Hi there, just a kind of review of today's test. The third day of the first test between England and Pakistan at Headingley. So it's a kind of lesser spotted English test victory in recent years. Remember, England under McCollum and Stokes hadn't won a test series since about January 2025. So one more test win here, and England have kind of broken that dock. So it's kind of positive in that sense. And so it started the morning with Jamie Smith and Jofra Archer. Smith got out cheaply again, and he's starting to give the vibes of one of those Zach Crawley, Ollie Pope, overindulged, entitled players at the moment, where you you're really thinking, um, should he be put under more pressure? And I hope that when Fleming comes in, he can kind of exert some pressure because he's a talented player. There's no doubt about that. But he's got into this kind of. I think he had this advantage of being brought through by McCollum and Stokes, and they've given him this kind of like laissez-faire attitude, and he doesn't knuckle down. You can see. You saw that last summer against India, where he needed kind of relatively few runs, and he couldn't even get them to see England home. And I think that's the story of him. He's a bit of a kind of glory boy. Play some nice shots and then gets out. He really it needs to be more of a player of substance. I think going forward, he can be, but he needs to start becoming one. Hopefully, when Fleming gets in, he makes sure he does that. If not, they could drop him and put someone else in. I mean, you could even have Pope back as the keeper batsman. It's not like Jamie Smith is a particularly amazing keeper either, so he should be under pressure to score runs. But anyway, it didn't matter. England had enough of a lead anyway. And Archer did quite well to get the score past the lead of 200. And then you just got the sense that Pakistan not really going to put up much of a fight, really. And England won by an innings, and deservedly so. And wickets for Tong and Robinson and Archer. And one for Atkinson, who bowled well. He only got one wicket, but he kind of deserved a bit more than that. Um, I think he bowled well, so I was glad he got that wicket at the end. I mean, so really, what do we take from this Test match? I think number one, you just do the simple things right. In England, you do win most Test matches. England win the toss, bowl first, play bowlers who are suited to those conditions, like Ollie Robinson. And then when they bowl them out cheaply, just bat normally, and the runs take care of themselves. I mean, Pakistan did drop Burke early on, and their outfielding was a bit poor, but you can only beat what's in front of you. People saying Pakistan aren't very good. What I'd say to you is, look, guys, Test cricket, despite being 150 years old, is only played by 12 nations, and only like three or four of them are any good. And so, okay, Pakistan aren't Pakistan they were years ago, okay, but there's not many good Test sides there. I mean, you would say T20 is a global game. I don't think Test cricket is, and I think unless you're playing Australia or India, possibly South Africa, or possibly South Africa or New Zealand, everyone's going to be a bit straightforward. That's Test cricket for you, and that's why not many people watch it, basically. So you can only beat what's in front of you, and England did well there. Um, so you'd say a tick against Ollie Robinson's name, a tick against Tong, who's turning into England's best bowler, a tick for selection. They didn't need to play a spinner for no reason like Bashir or Ahmed just to have a spinner in the side. You're better to go with our strengths with the four seamers and just use Lawrence or Root for the spin. So a tick there. A tick for Trescothick, who, if he wins another Test match, will be our best coach since Bayliss probably. And a tick for Joe Root. And on to the next couple of tests, Lords and Edgbaston. I think I think with the weather forecast for Lords is a bit kind of dicey, but you can't tell by these forecasts now. But you would think if England again win the toss in kind of murky, cloudy conditions, then they'll win the game. If they lose, it might be a bit of a kind of low scoring game. Um, but you'd expect England to win the series. And if they do, again, the first series win since January 2025. So they just got to nail this one down, get their monkey off their back, and then off their back, sorry, and then Fleming can return from his holiday from his Sun Lounger and kind of get on with the rest of England's well England's winter and the following summer. So there's a lot to play for, but they've got to make sure that they focus and make sure they win the next test, nail down the series, and yeah, we'll see next week.